How is everybody doing? Welcome to day 2 of Client Attraction by Human Design in Action. We want to talk today all about leadership, making impact and influence in a totally different way than you so far have learned in this industry. Okay? So we will talk about the profiles today, which is all about your personality as a leader. But before we go into this, I would love to see who is new, like who missed yesterday, or if you are, so if you're watching me for the first time, say first time in the comments. And a lot of you already, I know, it's so good. So excited to see you. If you're watching the replay, because I know we have even women from Malaysia joining. So I'm very honored for all of you taking the time out of your day to joining this. And there's one thing that came through because, I always go with the flow. Before we dive deep into the topic from today, I want to talk about something that kind of my spleen got me excited to talk about before we go into the profiles. So today I got an email, and the email was, the lady in the email said she loved the first masterclass, and it made me so happy, made me super happy. And she said, you know what, the difference between you and other people out there is you one can feel that you deeply care, that you do not sell, right? It is about you care so much. And I was like, yes, I do care. That's my defined heart. Like I know that this work will change your life and your business. So I care a lot. And it is a business. So you have to, in order to serve, you have to, and care about others, you have to take care about yourself and sell so that you can do this work. But there's a gap between selling and serving out there, which I see why so many women who have a big heart, who care deeply, and whose work is of high value do not earn the money they need and want in order to impact more people, be even more of service. So this is a business, and it is the purpose work, right? We want it all. We want the impact, we want the deep fulfillment, we want the soul-led business, but also we want the money to feel supported. And in order to have more impact, you need more support in any area of your life. Having a team, having a nanny, like all these things is necessary. So I see, and this is why I care so much, I see so many heartfelt entrepreneurs out there don't make the money and don't have the business to support your soul purpose work. And that's what you learn in my world. You will learn to serve and to sell, because just serving will end up in overgiving and caring so much about others, but not about yourself. And this is what so many women carry as generational pattern inside. And I'm here to break the pattern with you, because you have to, only if you love selling as much as you love the work to serve, you will attract people who love to pay you. Let me repeat that again, because that is really important. You have to start love to sell as much as you love to serve, so that you attract aligned people who love to be served, but also who love to pay you. And so what I learned from my mentors, and this is what I bring into any containers of mine, is that there is the serving out of service, and there is selling in order to sell so that you can serve more. It needs both. And today I want to talk about what can you create as offer, and how are you meant to serve? Like these two things go hand in hand. It is who are you as a leader, even if you don't think you are a leader, if you make impact, if you influence people, if your work changes people's life, you're a leader. But how you lead looks different for each of us. But then the second step is, okay, I'm meant to show up in this world. My human design tells me about it, how it's meant to look, how my energy runs in alignment best. And now, what can I offer? And these aligned offers I teach from your centers. So yesterday we were talking a little bit about the centers as well. But it is really then to understand the way you are impacting others is through the centers in offerings, so that you exchange the value of service and receive the money. So I would love to hear from you today. I know a couple of you already answered it. When it comes to impact and leadership, and when it comes to offers and selling, where are your struggles? Where your mindset is? Where are your beliefs? Because this is really what also got me now more and more clear about the way how I teach human design, is that this is the reason why business coaching doesn't work if you don't understand your energy. And that's why so many come into my world, having done so many programs and working with mentors, or you got to a certain level of success and then like, yeah, but it still doesn't feel good. I feel exhausted, or I feel like I'm always need to push. So just the mindset, just the strategy is not working. But if you only do it for the service and only work on alignment and the inner work, doesn't work either. So this whole, what I teach you is not only I teach you about human design. When you observe me, you see me selling in a strategy that is aligned for me as a projector. I create opportunities to get invited to work deeper with you. And how I do it, I make an offer. And I give you something to respond to. So this is how it all works together. And the way why, and this has got me even more excited, is that human design is a beautiful self-awareness tool, but only awareness about, yeah, that's me. And oh yeah, that's right, I have this pattern, without having a coach and someone who reprograms you out of this conditioning and really helps you then to show up differently and be more confident and sell your offers and charge the price that you want and make the impact that you want. This is not a strategy. This needs coaching. And this is what we do in the Codes of HD. You understand human design, scientifically, the logic about it, the tool, and then getting coaching from me to really embody it and work through the old conditioning so that you be it. And this is what I want to give you an experience today, is that we're going to do after the teaching part here on Zoom. You're going to hop on Zoom with me, some of you, and you ask me questions and you get coaching from me. Yes, this is my most favorite part, and you will see it's going to be so much fun. And actually, this is exactly what I do in the Codes of HD. And I give you the invitation to join us. If you want more information, reach out to me. Okay? I want you to be in your power to say yes to yourself, because you will understand that this is not just done with one masterclass or reading a book. It must be, the transformation happens only in the coaching and the working through those patterns that we hold in our centers. Okay, so let me see. Can I see comments still here on my phone? I asked the question, if you are where you are at in your leadership, where you are at in your, where am I? Let me see here. When it comes to selling. Oh, great. Facebook, thank you. I cannot see my my comments on my phone. I put it all up and now I'm like, okay, there are the comments. Hi, Brianna. Oh, by the way, let's everybody say happy birthday to Debbie. Debbie's birthday was yesterday. and I missed it. I'm so sorry, Debbie, but it got into my mind afterwards, after we went off the call. So let's everybody say happy birthday to Debbie. Debbie, happy birthday to you. Have the most amazing time of your life. And thank you for joining on your birthday yesterday and today as well, the live stream here. So I'm so happy. So let me just check on the comments because I cannot see them either here. That sucks. Okay, Facebook, you're not really friendly. Sarah says, I'm about halfway through yesterday's video, have to catch up and can only be on part of today. Okay, Sarah, that's okay. Brianna, I watched the replay. I loved learning that it's best to teach and create offers from defined centers. Yes. Lena, that makes a lot of sense. I'm happy to serve, but cringe as selling. Yes, which explains the pain of client attraction. Yes, we have to work through that. That's the self-worth. I haven't sold my office yet, but I have some fear around what to talk about in that moment. And if my new offer is worth it, I will walk forward with the fear, with power, but what's coming up? Yeah, that's all the open heart and low self-worth of the heart theme, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of, oh my God, what if nobody buys? That you tie your self-worth and your worth as your value that you give towards an offering something external. And also when you have an open third eye, certainty is not consistent. So I have a defined third eye, so that means I'm really certain. I'm certain, and I have defined heart. So, and this is the beauty, you know, I'm studying this with you. Like when I prepare for these master classes, I don't just show up. I was sitting all morning and diving deep into the books and into my teachers' courses and my mentors I work with. And I really, every time I'm so in awe about what I discover. And the most transformation, the most moments I get is when we are in a conversation, when I understand a different type than I am, through listening, through stories, through really real life experience. And I had this big breakthrough today because I was listening to something and then looking at myself, and then I take it and then I apply it to the business, because this is what nobody done before. So I'm really working through this with you. And then as a line 6, I share my experience. And as a line 2 as well, I'm a 6-2. I'm here that you need to recognize me for my gifts and kind of call me out and invite me deeper into. So this is really where the magic happens, when you understand it. What does this mean in my real life conversations, when I want to make an offer, or when I'm in a conversation with a client, when I'm working through my stuff, my blocks, my fears. So that's what I want to talk about today. Catherine says, I'm feeling stronger and more in my power than I know I would have in my old identity, for sure. It's not stopping me this time like it has in the past. Yes, and you're already working with this for a month. Like, this is nothing that you can hop off a masterclass and say, oh yeah, I'm like, I know a lot of you will say, oh yeah, this makes sense, and this is more clear, and this is interesting, but what do you do with it? I'm all about taking action. So really a reminder, if you feel intrigued to go deeper, message me, yeah, reach out to me. Don't sit there and then miss an opportunity to really bring this into action. So I want to go into the most incredible thing I discovered today. It really makes sense why these strategies out there, especially in the online space, when you want to build an online business, and even if you have an offline business but you have a product, you use social media to sell. So the big download is really when we look at Instagram, for example. Instagram is the best thing. We look at Instagram, and then we see so many like successful coaches. They have, or even on Facebook here, some of you know them as well, they have hundreds of followers, thousands of followers. They have courses where 50, 100 people are in there, like these big leaders of certain areas of an industry. And then they set kind of the bar there, and everyone is trying to get the followers, and everyone is trying to get the fill out the courses. And when you only have 6 people in your courses, you feel bad. If you only have 500 followers on Instagram, you feel bad, and you're like overthinking it, and you're doubting yourself, and you're questioning, why is it working for them, and why is it not working for me, and what are they different? And then those successful mentors, they teach from their alignment, they teach from their experience, right? And they say they teach them to create a brand or a strategy or whatever, but they do not know and understand that even if they talk about energy, even if they talk about emotional intelligence, if they don't know about human design, they do not really know what it means and how it looks like for you. And even if they say, oh, it's not a cookie cutter, and I'm going to teach you what that means for you, it still is not fully the way how you're meant to bring it into the world. And today I would love to hear from you. What is your profile in the comments? Because the profile is your personality, and the profile is how other people see you and perceive you. And when you go onto Instagram, and when you aim to have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers, and there are even people out there who are really wanting to be an influencer or whatever, but your energy and your design is not designed to serve so many people in that wide spectrum, then suddenly you get so frustrated, and your energy collapses because you think you do something wrong. Versus if you're designed to go deep with just a small amount of people, then, and if you knew that, that would mean you only have 10 people in your courses, but then you would create your courses differently, then you would charge differently than serving the masses. But really this hit me that there, and I was studying the profiles today, and there are different profiles that have a different energy and a different purpose behind how to impact people. And it's not the same for everyone. And so this when you once understand this, you know, the biggest outtake that you will get from this today is you will take Catherine's mantra. You will take allow yourself to take the pressure off. To take the fucking pressure off of yourself, that you have to do it in a certain way to create the success that someone else is modeling you. How does this feel to you? So this is really my biggest intention. This was so for me, because especially as a line 6, yes, Catherine, especially as a line 6, I knew it before. I knew it, and I thought it was more a projector thing, but it is the profile. Actually, just as a little bit of a background, at the beginning, there was more the focus on the centers and the profile, and even deeper the channels and the gates. And then with human design getting more popular and mainstream, everybody is now talking about types more. But actually today with the profiles, you will understand more about yourself and can identify yourself more with your profile, which is your personality, in your conscious and subconscious, how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you, than the type. Because actually the type is only about an understanding how our aura works, how our aura is designed to interact, to send out and receive. And then the way the centers are kind of the more detailed version of the energetic field, what you send out and receive. But the profile is really what makes you you, in terms also of leadership and impact, what you are meant to bring to the world and how this is going to look like. Life-changing. Lena says, totally amazing. Feel like I'm cracking under pressure with all the ideas. Yes. So I can, like Lena, I highly recommend join the Codes of HD. It will change your life. And I say this not to sell. I say it because I mean it. I know it. it is really, it will change your life. So we're going to dive today into the profiles, and I already saw it: 1362 Claudia, 62 Wendy, Sarah, 46. So you will also have more in common with another similar profile, 62, another 62, or just a line, just the line 6 or the line 2, then with another type. So for example, me, I am a projector 6-2, and my client Wendy, she's a money gen 6-2, but we have the personality, the 6-2, in terms of how we experience this world, how we grew up, how we are then meant to show up, is more similar than me and another projector. Yeah, so you will understand it in a second. So when you look at your, yes, I can see hearts. I can see people hopping on here on my phone, but can still see no comments. I saw some comments and now I cannot see anymore. It sucks. So maybe I just go out again and then entering the group again. Sorry for this interruption. Where are the comments there? Okay, now I can see them. I hope that works. Okay, so Catherine said, my husband are both 2-4. My husband is a 6-2, same as me. Okay, yeah. So, but what will actually, when you look at couple charts or client, mentor, mentee, coach, coachee, client, you and your client, then it's not so much that the profile will attract each other. It's really, like I said yesterday, the centers. So we go from type to profile to centers. It's always a layer deeper, a layer deeper, a layer deeper. The first number in front, mine is the 6, is how I experience myself, more awareness, the self-perception. The second number is how others perceive me. So, and when you have the higher number first, like a 6-2 versus, for example, Anna, she's a 3-5, the lower number first, or the 2-4 like Diana, or a 2-4 like Babette. So when the first number is higher, that means that you're meant to bring your purpose and your life experience into the world through others, through connecting with others, versus the 3-5 or the 2-4 or the 4-6. You have to first go inward and experience it first yourself before you bring it out into the world. So you also do not need other people to fully activate your karma, kind of. Versus the first number higher, 5-1, 6-2, 1-3, 3-1, you need other people. So this is something very subtle, but is very important. So for example, me now teaching you this masterclass, because I was preparing this morning, I realized that I fully activate my potential by doing it in that moment. So that's why when you hear about, oh, you have to embody it first before you start talking and teaching and sharing about it, that's bullshit. It does not mean that you have to master and embody first things in order to teach them, versus teach from embodiment, teach from your design. Then you can always teach what is in your alignment, in your embodiment, because it's in your energetic body. Does it make sense? So this is the first pressure that I'm gonna take off of you. instead of thinking about, oh, what am I good at? What do I have embodied? When does embodiment start and stop? Like, this is also another thing, versus teaching from what you already have embodied, what is in your design. And the more you align, the more you embody it. Yes. So again, please take notes in the comments. For me as a projector, you invite me to go deeper into that. And then I can see where I want to go dive deeper and have the conversation with you. Okay. Not sure. Can you make some examples? I will, Claudia. I love how you explain this, makes it so clear. Okay. Small number first, do not need others to activate your aura. Not the aura. No. You do not, so the first number you have to, the first number is really about you, when the first number is smaller, that you have to, you're in a self mission. This, yeah, that really is a good name for it, a self mission. You go first inward and you are with yourself working through it, whatever you need to work through and whatever it is your number is all about. But the bigger number, you are here to, on the mission to impact others. And so you need others to fulfill your mission. But that is, we go deep into this in the codes of HD. Okay. So I don't want to go that deep here. Don't have time. And I also, in the codes of HD, we look at your chart. We look at, like, really in a conversation. I cannot do this here now. But we start with the lines. I go through line 1 till line 6. I talk about the lines and a little bit about the combination of the profile so that you have a better understanding. And in the codes of HD, that would go deeper into the theory and the teachings and the learning, and also you coaching you how to, what is blocking you from fully living it? Where do you have the a false perception of yourself, or beliefs around why you cannot fully live your personality that you're meant to express? Okay, so we start with line 1. God, I'd be curious about your thoughts on the 1-3, since it's both lower trigram energy. How does the other come into play? So no, Cora, the 1 is the lower. It's just you, it's not others. It's just 1-3 is 1 the lower than the 3. But yes, I just see a comment from Kelly. She said, it makes sense. I struggle with so many ideas that has paralyzed me. Yes. I'm so excited for the program, Catherine. Yes, me too. So the thing is, why I see so many women struggling is because you don't take action and you do not move and you don't make decisions in the right way. So tomorrow we're going to talk about decision making so that you can scale and really grow your business and keep the forward momentum. So the reason why I am so successful is because I'm mastering my splenic energy, and I will tell you a story later how this is going to look like, because I fully trust myself. And the faster you trust yourself and the faster you keep the momentum and the forward movement, the more you evolve and align and create success. It is inevitable once you understand your decision-making process and trust your authority, because God, soul, the universe is working through you, through your authority. But most women stay stuck in the overthinking. That's why that's why you have the success or not. It's pretty simple. But still, majority of the women do not trust their decisions in this inner pole. But tomorrow we're going to help you to create more clarity about how this looks for you and to get you unblocked to move. So into the teachings, I want to keep it really very focused and clear. That's why I'm looking on my notes. And then I want to open and have you hop on Zoom, because you also know this is exactly what we do in the codes of HD. By you hopping on Zoom and see me and see others talk about themselves and me teaching and in a conversation, you will understand what that means for you better as well. Yes. Okay. So I have to flip back and forth a little bit because I cannot see again the comments here. I just let my phone go away. I'm not distracted by it anymore. But okay, so the line 1, who is a line 1 here again? Yes, overthinking is struggling a lot because of that. Yes, Helene, I totally get it. So who is a line 1? Whether 1-3 or a 5-1, or even if you're watching the replay, put it in the comments. You know, I am in this group very active. I'm so active, and I'm already loving this group so much that I decided, I made a decision. I will talk about that tomorrow. It's a surprise, but I'm loving it so much. So whenever something comes up after we hop off here, please post it in the group. Yeah, ask your question, share your aha. I'm watching, like I'm in this group so much and I love it. So please share with me. So okay, pop in Zoom and listen. Is okay if I pop in on Zoom and listen in? Okay, so Annika, I'm a 1. Okay, put both in the comments, your profile, if you have a 1. So the line 1s, they're called the investigators. And I, for example, know that Caitlin is a line 1, one of my clients. And the line 1s are the first, as a understanding, I want to give you an analogy, okay? You love analogies? I know you love analogies. So I'm going to guide you through these lines from line 1 to line 6 and its combination with the analogy of a house, okay? Because as I said, it's not only about us, it's all about us together creating the collective and helping the collective to evolve. So your line and your profile is part of it, and you contribute to it. And what you offer in your business, in your life as a purpose work, contributes to the whole house so that we can build a house together. So the investigator is the lowest, it's the basement. It's the line 1. The line 1 is the foundation. If we would not have the line 1s, we would not know what to build on, what is solid to build on. And it is a very yin energy. So I will also teach it from an energetic perspective. So it's a more receptive inward energy. In order to know which information is the right information, you have to take information in. Yes, does it make sense? So what there are very common threads about they're very common qualities of a line 1, and let me know if it resonates, Annika, Helene, Cora, that you love to study, you love to investigate, you love to gather information, you love to go deep into a topic. And this is important because you are here, you're meant to teach the collective and help them to prepare the right information, because there's so much information out there. But for your topic, you are the expert to bring the right information of your specific topic, what you're here to teach, what you're here to bring to the world, as the foundation, so that people build on it, that the whole collective can build on the whole, on this right information. And it is a very internal process. So it means, so you take the information, you go inward, and then there's a processing, right? And you will then, in the end, will understand, okay, from all this information that you take in, this and this and this is needed, and everything else we fall away. So I have a dear friend, she's my business bestie, and we are planning to do a course together. So the branding course I'm always talking about, she's a graphic designer, and so I will bring her on into my branding course. And she is a projector 5-1. And so when I ask her a question, then, for example, I say, okay, can you tell me a little bit about this? Do you have experience? And she said, no, but I'm gonna Google it. So if you love to Google and look things up, this is totally line 1. And for me, Googling is, oh yeah, okay, but I rather have her do her thing. She loves to investigate. And I just ask her. And since I know this, I don't feel bad to ask her for answer or advice, because I know she loves to look things up. Beforehand, I would say, oh, I take advantage of her, or I'm lazy that I don't look it up myself. But then on the other hand, she comes to me and she asked me about my line 6 as an authority. Line 6 are here really as seen authorities in a certain field. I will come into the line 6, but it is really that each line has its zone of genius. And so when you know about yours, you can focus on it. When you also know about your partners, your children, or your clients, you can always help them grow and evolve, and you communicate better. And so you see that the living together is suddenly away from, I have to do it myself all alone, to, I know you're the best in this field, I am the best here. Everyone focuses on your zone of genius, and then we all together evolve. Isn't that beautiful? I love research. Why though? Wendy, you love research because you have a third eye defined. So line 1 and the anjas, defined anjas, are very much into studying. That's why. I could study all day, and I love asking deep questions. Yes, asking deep questions is also a projector thing. You see what is happening? You cannot just teach on one thing. I right away can tell you the connection. And this is why human design is a lived experience. And you have to understand the whole symmetry, the whole concept, while everything is kind of interweaved together. You cannot just read about one thing and then look at it separately. That's why my course, Codes of HD, is so that I can right away say, yeah, Wendy, this is why, and this is why. I can right away tell you, and you will never get this out of a book. So the line 1s is then that you are here when we are in this in you show up as a leader and make an impact, and you have something to offer. It would be super beneficial that you also, in your messaging and how you show up, show that you're the expert in your field, that you have deep knowledge, that people will see you and look at you as someone who is really profound in what you have to offer. You're not a surface layer person that offers just a little bit of information. You offer the right information. People come to you because they trust you, that what they get from you is the thing. They don't need also this and this. They have the perfect thing in that topic, and it's deep enough for full embodiment and full impact. And you have to own this. Yeah, but also you have to understand that it also bears a little bit of an insecurity, because it can come with a pattern of, I need more information before I feel ready to share about it. I need to have my course totally outlined before I can launch it. I need to be super prepared. I like the insecurity of am I having the right information? It is about the foundation. So you have to be very clear about yes, you need the right information, so have the foundation so that you can build on it. But also there is this weakness of consuming too much and always insecurity that there's not enough information. But instead of looking at it in terms of, okay, I build the foundation, and then you look to the for the things that are missing, look at what you have and be proud of it and start building on it. Yes, I just rush into doing things. Lena, what is your profile again? Sorry, I'm not that, I can remember a lot, but Lena, let me know again, what is your profile? Because the rushing into things can be, if you're line 3, I cannot see it. Okay, you're gonna put it in the comments again. So 3-5, yeah, you're rushing into things. No, it is exactly in your line 3. I will come into to it when I talk about line 3. You will understand. So it's not wrong. So it's really as practical advice when it comes to your business as a line 1. You have to be self-absorbed and go inward and kind of do this processing, because there's so much information out there. And when you have an open head, you will gather so much information, but you have to process it so that you really filter out the information that you need. And then also trust yourself, and especially your strategy and authority, that it is the correct information. Okay. So, and also be aware that that you are meant to impact people who want to go deep, who are interested in a lot of information and in the depth. You're not for people who are just looking for the quick fix. So when it comes to you leading and you creating offers, then I would suggest that you look at them and also don't hold back in terms of really owning it, and don't be insecure in terms of oh my God, this could be too much for people. This is too sophisticated. Or if you kind of dull down your sophisticated message in your language. No. Really own it. Own it, that you have the information, people need it. So it's the foundation for it. Yes, perfectionism is also very common sense. Yes, look at what you already know. Love this. Yes, and so when it comes to offers, so you're meant to be seen and lead with this information, with this depth of knowledge. Yeah, we need those people, so that we can build upon it. And especially in this time of so much information out there, it can be an information overload. So you will help and give people just the right information that they need to move forward. Okay. So the next line is the line 2. Who has a line 2 here in your profile? Okay. So the line 2 is called the Hermit, but you know, these languages are a little bit old school. So I also love to call it the Mystic, because I'm a line 2, and I know Wendy is a line 2, Catherine is a line 2, Michelle. So instead of just saying me, please put your profile in it so that I remember the ones who I don't know yet. I can remember you then. Diana is a 2-4. Wendy 6-2, Michelle. I can hardly remember. Claudia 6-2. Okay, so when you have the line 2, it is really the Mystic, the Hermit, and as in form of we are here to represent. So when you go to the house, okay, let's start with the house. We have the foundation, right? Now the basement. It's the basement. It's the base floor. Now you go one floor up. It is the first floor, and it has open windows. Okay, can you imagine that? So it's the first floor with open windows. Open windows is important because we come later to closed windows. So the open windows means that people go past the house and they can look into the first floor, and they can see what you're doing. Okay, so if you're cooking, you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, they go like, oh, she's cooking a yummy dinner. Like, well, let me see, what is she cooking? And they go like, hey, what are you cooking? It's smelling nice. It's looking good. Like, I get hungry. What are you cooking? This means they call the 2 lines out to share their gifts. They recognize the line 2s to share what they're up for, right? But the line 2s are in there like, yeah, having the best time and cooking, and just maybe they are just on an Instagram live and saying, hey, this is my recipe and I'm cooking this here and I have these ingredients and I figured out when you do it this way, it tastes so much more delicious. You see what I'm doing when I do my Insta stories? I just share the whole time how amazing things I'm doing. And the energy in the second line, it's a very young energy. So it is a outward projected energy so that it is recognized from someone else. When it now comes to impact leadership offers, it's super important for line twos and especially projectors to allow yourself to be seen, to open the windows so that people call you out. And the thing is, especially for line twos, is that I know Catherine loves my analogies, right? That we're so in it, we're so doing it that we do not really are aware of what is really the thing kind of that makes the secret sauce so yummy. And only if someone else looks at you and says, oh, what are you doing? I've never seen someone put sugar in tomato sauce. And I say, I always do that because it gives a little sweetness. It's kind of this, or when I do mousse au chocolat, I give a little bit of sea salt in it. It kind of lifts the taste. When you see me talking about human design and always emphasizing that my way, how I do it, yeah, because it's outward projected so that you see and recognize the gifts. But I actually sometimes do not know what is the real thing. Now I understand even more the real thing in terms of the real, like why you want to jump into me. So for example, if you tell me in the comments, let's do that. Why are you drawn to my energy? What is it? Why are you drawn to this masterclass? Especially the newbies. What was the one thing? Call me out on it. Let's do an example. Put it in the comments. What do you love about me? What is intriguing you? Not about human design, like about my personality. Because this is how you call me out so that I recognize, oh, this is something I'm really good at, but I'm so good at that I don't even notice it. And this is what line twos need to understand when it comes to creating content and talking, especially about selling and creating a community, that you have to share what you're doing so that people call you out and kind of invite you in to go deeper and share that, even if you're not a projector. It's super important as a line two. And then there is this, I'm curious about you, directness. Lena, yes, that's exactly this, the directness. So confidence, energy, exactly. So you see that there is a certain center energy coming with it, my confidence, my defined heart, my directness. You can see people with such clarity, is my third eye, but it is for me so natural that you have to call me out, that I know can even talk more and sell more in terms of, selling is just focusing on your zone of genius because people need to see you because they need what you have. That's why I love selling so much. I love serving, but I also love selling. And that's why I attract clients who love to pay me because they know what they get. And I'm unapologetic about it. And this is what I'm here to teach you. I felt that you saw me fun, knowledgeable, tuned in. Yes, I want to call out on my gifts. Exactly. But we needed to really also understand what are our gifts, maybe you very honest and you, thank you. So thank you so much for seeing me and reflecting this back to me. And that's why it's so important that we understand we do it together. You will never create more awareness about your gifts when you sit at home and read about human design. You will never create more awareness and clarity about your offers when you sit on the computer to create them. It's only when you work together with other people so that they reflect back to you what you're really good at. And I made it it's my purpose to look deep into you and call you out, because mostly what we need in our design, we also do for others. So women who work with me come to me and say, can you help me? I want to know, who am I and why am I here? And guess what question I had to solve in my life? Who am I and why am I here? Yes, sounds funny, but it was your face. I saw you once and was like, yeah, I want to learn from her. Thank you, Mariko. I love it. I saw your face also means I have a lighting problem. So let's see. I saw your face also means you recognize me subconsciously, energetically. No, this is a weird lighting. So let's Let's try this. So energetically, it's the projector energy that you recognize me. That's it. You see the BS in the world aren't afraid to make it be known what's not serving the world, even though it's common. Yes, this is my channel, heart to spleen. This is what I said. I can deconstruct the BS, but also the good things, and kind of filter it out. So, but I always, so here's the thing. Your gifts is usually something you would do naturally. You would do naturally. But conditioning and society told you, oh no, you're too much. You cannot own your gifts. You cannot be so bold and confident. You have to ask for permission first. We have to create common sense, and not triggering people, not offending people. And I noticed that when I look at when now studying human design, it is always that we already loved to do, and now you know why, and you have full permission to do it. But the real work needs to be done around stop doing the other bullshit, stop holding yourself back, stop overthinking. The whole repattern work is where the coaching happens. You take care of your well-being and enjoy nature. People like this. You are people I enjoy learning from. It creates a sense of trust right away. Thank you, Grandma. You know me so good. Yes, I go in nature. I have my green juice here. Like this is all spleen. Well-being is defined spleen. But let's go back. You see, you invite me to go into other topics, but I really want to focus on the lines. So the line 2, and the most important thing, and there's a challenge in the line 2, is because we need to pull back and go inward to really go deep into the mystic, and the line 2 are here with deep wisdom. But in order to gain to this wisdom, it's kind of like the line 1 a little bit. You have to go in and process. So there is this back and forth. When we are only in the cave, in the hermit, we are not called out, right? So there's always this being with people to get a more understanding about yourself, but also allow yourself to go inward. It is really, really important. Otherwise, if people call you out all the time and you try to meet expectations, you will burn out. Who experienced as line 2, too many people, too much burnout? This is super important. So it is so important that when it comes to business, you have to make your time. Yes, make your time. I used to, not anymore. Good. But make time for yourself alone priority. Yeah. For me, I'm not burned out anymore. I was, but I know that, for example, these 3 days, I don't talk to anyone because I'm so in my zone, now I serve, now I'm with you. And the other time I need to be in my own energy. My mom texted me like, tomorrow is public holiday here. Like, do you come over for coffee? Coffee alternative. I don't drink coffee anymore. Yes, I'm off of it. I'm so happy. And I said, no, I come over Friday because I want to be in my bubble. Like in the morning, it's me time. I take care of my clients, but that's it. And then I understand it. But if you have children, if you have a partner, you have to be very disciplined to take time for yourself so that you really immerse in this wisdom that you have to bring to the world. So now we go one step higher into the third line. And here comes who has a third line? Put your profile in the comments. Where is it? There we go. So line 3s. You are now, let's see, we have the foundation, we have the line 2 who are in the windows, right? The open windows. And then there is the line 3 is kind of the staircase between the first and the second stories of a house. So you have the staircase, and you know, on the staircase, it's always something going on. You either go up or you either go down. There's no still stand. And this is kind of the energy, although it's a more yin energy of receiving, because line 3s, like the line 6, are here to experience life through their lens. So always the movement, always an experience. So this is kind of the staircase, right? It's always up, always down. And it is this internal process of having an experience. And then they call it trial and error, but I don't like trial and error. I like trial and experience, because without an experience, we would not know what works and what not, right? So the line 3s are really here as leaders to adapt and to, hi Shirley, good to see you, and to bring experience to the world and give other people also permission to make mistakes in quote unquote. Okay, there are no mistakes. So you make impact and you lead from your experience. You have stories to tell. You have to own your mistakes and pivot, and allowing yourself to pivot, especially in your business. If things are not working, adapt it. And when you now look at you here, Brianna 1-3, Annika 1-3, Shirley 1-3, you have information. You love to research. You love to gather information. You build a foundation, and then you build your house on it. And you need also the line 2, for example, to build your own house, to get wisdom from outside, to go into a certain direction. And then your line 3 goes, okay, I'm gonna try. I have this foundation. Let's build on it. And then suddenly something isn't working. Something is not working. Caitlin is the 3-5. So you have to be okay with dropping it like it's hot and then move on. So a 1-3 would go, oh, this foundation, I built something, it's not working, it's crumbling. So you go back, you do some research, you come back with new information, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. So being okay that your business and your offers look different every time you do it, until you found a way that works for you for a certain amount of time, and then you do it again. So and if it works and you do it again and you do it again, it always looks different every time, because you adapt, you get better at it. Yes, does it resonate? But the problem with the line 3 is that the fear of failure holds you back. And when it comes to your business, you get stuck in the overthinking, and you actually do not access your full power. And the way to teach others that it's okay to make mistakes and to learn from it and adapt and owning it. And when you stay stuck and you don't start, you never will fully bring your purpose to the world, which is showing the world that we're here to make an experience, and that just humans started to say it's a failure to make mistakes. But instead you failing forward. How does this feel to all your line 3s? This is so interesting. I've always been told that I'm too much, too intense, too different, too bossy. Yes, Cynthia, we all do. We are all powerful women. Oh, I don't know. Why am I frozen? Am I frozen? I see the Zoom is freezing. Once I realized this, I relaxed and enjoyed the process and experience. Yes, and Shirley, as we were working through Launch, the program where I teach you how to sell really through your profile and through your energy, suddenly you show up in a totally different way and you own it. Fear is big, especially recently. Okay, yes, failing forward. And it makes me, nothing makes me so happy to see you stepping into owning it and just don't giving a fuck anymore. If it's not working, well, who cares? And this is my defined heart, teaches you, you know what? Okay. You know what? If nobody, it is really important that then, and this is what we were talking in Launch, when you launch something and they don't buy and nobody signs up, or just one person signs up, who you are then affects really the results and the future success. So it always goes deeper into what happens when you live the experience and not only knowing, oh, okay, this is why this happens, or this is because I am this or that. Instead of putting a label on you and saying, oh, this is my design, it's really about working through and coaching you through those moments. Mareike, so good to see you. Failing forward, we learn every time we expand, become wiser. Yes. So especially line 6 and line 3, they're so the line 1 and the line 5, they have something in common. And then the 3 and 6 and the 2 and 4. That's how the house is built. So as a third line, you know, the martyr, it's called the martyr because you sacrifice something. You sacrifice, I would say, all the bullshit and all the things that you put your ideas and your plans into, and then you sacrifice it and just you do it again. But it will bring you closer to your truth and to your purpose. So the thing is, when you have a 1 and 3, don't be caught up in over researching and over investigating. You know, the fear of not knowing enough information. For you, it's really important that you start. And when you now show up as a leader, they see you as someone with very depth knowledge, but they also need to experience you as someone with experience. They have to see you as someone with experience, not only the knowledge. And there comes the embodiment part. And knowing how to create offers from that profile is really what will help you to make the impact that you're meant to be and that you want, and also the money, because then people will recognize you and will buy from you because it both makes sense. It is in line. This is not only for the line 1-3, it is for every profile. And that's why I saw you, a lot of you saying, oh, I have so many ideas, I don't know what to offer. Or I have offers, but they don't really sell. There's a disconnect in your energy, in your clarity, because usually you create offers from your mind and not from your energetic blueprint. And I will go into that, how we can work on that together after I went through the lines. Okay, so the next is line 4. The line 4, who is a 4? I know. 4-6 is Lyd, and 2-4, it's Catherine. Okay. So line 4 are called the opportunist. Babette, 2-4. Yes. So the opportunist, Mariko, 4-6. Yes. The opportunist is, you know, when we now say the house, we have the line 1, the foundation, the line 2 are the open windows, the 3s are the staircases up. So the line 4s are then the second floor balcony. That's super important. It's the balcony of this house. Why balcony? Because imagine there's a barbecue happening, a barbecue, yeah? So what the line 2 underneath in the kitchen prepared, you're gonna go up and eat on the balcony with your guests. But super important, you only want to have your people as guests, right? You do not call down and say, hey, people from the street, come up, have dinner. No, we don't. Line fours don't do that, because you create opportunities for others. You're not looking for opportunities to have a lot of people coming into your barbecue. You create opportunities for the right people to come in. And so your line twos are very much about networking, but not networking about your network. It's not networking. It's not like these old schools networking, you know, you go to conferences and you hand out your business cards and collect emails. No, that's not networking. You need your people as your network, because it's your net worth. It is really where the money comes from, where you will thrive, where you feel so home. And depending whether you are 1-4-1, or if you are a 2-4, or if you are a 4-6, what you do and how you show up as a leader in that network matters. It's different. I'm a balcony. Not so much. You're both. You're more upward lit. You're the balcony, and then the line 6 is on the rooftop. I will go into that in a second. So it is super important that you understand that you need your people. So be exclusive. It's okay to say no to people. So this is what I told Lid last time, especially as a manager. And when you get, or as a generator, when you get so many things, you always attract people. You remember yesterday, your aura attracts people, right? And then you get something to respond to. But you have to be very diligent that you need your people, not just people. Exclusivity is key. And when it now comes to the impact, it's super important that the impact is smaller, but much deeper. So you are not here to work with hundreds and hundreds of people. And that's why I'm on a mission to get this image out of your minds that we all need to have thousands of followers and hundreds of people in our courses, because it's not meant to. And you will burn out and you will feel frustrated because you don't want to be with those people. So I will give you an example when I go through 5 and 6 about real people, and you will understand, like, leaders of this industry and why they lead differently, and why how they teach it is true for them. I don't say it is wrong, but it is not right as a common sense. Yes, it's an elite. It is like a members club, you know. If she gets me, yes, Mariko. And this has nothing to do with projectors, you know. First, as I was hearing about, or what I hear about human design, is that projectors cannot work with so many people that exhaust them. No, that's not true. It's really not about the type. It is about the personality, because it's really about how you design to what you do with those people. So if you are a 5-1 projector, like my client is one, Tanya, she's not here, Anya, she will watch the replay later, and I'm a 6-2. We are meant to lead and have different a structure of community. So I will talk about the line 6 and how I'm meant to lead and why it took so much pressure off of me in a second when I'm going through the 5. So line 4s, really be keen. You're not looking for opportunities. You have them come to you, and then be exclusive and really only follow who you want to have around, and be okay that you say no to people who are really not your people. You're really, really friendly. And I love Lid, I love Catherine and all your beautiful shining generators. You're such a beautiful, friendly people, and people will come to you, right? But you have to be very, very disciplined who you allow in your field, because you don't want to drain yourself. Otherwise, it's called friendliness burnout. And also the line 4 as the balcony. Line 4s are fixed. So you're not flexible. You either love them or you don't love them. End of story. And then the people pleasing thing is absolutely, it's a no-go for everyone, but for you most importantly. Yes, breadth of impact smaller but much deeper. Yes. And that's why I teach in the program, like when it comes to offer creation, you have to be aware about that when it also comes to pricing and how many people you want to call in, you want to have in those offers, because it looks different for a line 5 than for a line 4 or a line 3 or a line 1. And what you need to be clear is, like, who's your soul client? What is the client experience you want to bring them through so that they really evolve with you and keep buying from you, because you give them the experience that they need. And have an offer collection, like a product suite, where you right away know who you want to call in and who's this for. And one offer builds upon the next, and it works for your energy. And this is key. Before, like, knowing how you're meant to impact without knowing how to impact people, it doesn't work. Then you're just serving, and you will not get money from it, and you will burn out. So creating offers by design, irresistible offers, is key. And guess what? You invited me because I saw you sharing about you having troubles about the offers. I'm gonna offer you a program which is called Irresistible Offers by Design, starting end of May, because of this experience. I see this gap. I know it is important. We had this in launch, and it was a super success. Everyone who went through launch went through this little part of offer creation. So I took it out of launch, and I'm gonna offer it end of May. It's going to be a very short, very hands-on offer creation program, just 11 days. And if you want that, then message me, and I will put the link later in the group to read the details. It's on early bird right now, and I only take 10 people, because what we do is really hands-on creating your offers by design and your client experience and offer collection, so that you know what to sell and want to sell and create recurrent income that works for your energy. I'm away end of May. Will it be repeated? So these are, yes, it will be repeated, but you can also watch the replay, and we're gonna work for it. So message me, Lena. So I don't have the dates yet, but we can work that for you, with you, for the people. Yes, okay. So the next thing is opportunists. Okay, so we got this. So you're on the balcony having a party with your people. The next thing are the balcony is, you're visible, right? You are seen by people. People come to you and they say, hey, can I join? And you go, yeah or no. And then on the floor, there's also a room, but the windows are closed. And there behind those closed windows is the line 5. Who's a line 5 here? So the line 5 is really here to, who's the line 5? The line 5s are the heretics. They're heretics. You have also yin energy. So it is more, it is a very, very transpersonal karmic energy. That means it has a purely external process. So you project something out and it transforms others. But here's the difference between the line 4s and the line 5s. The line 4s are here to go more deep, and you're fixed, you're your people, no one else. The line 5, you're people. The line 5s are here, and you, because you project out the energy, people as transpersonal, transformative energy, people come to you and come to you with what they want to have transformed. So they project onto you what they want to work on or work through when it comes to your topics. But here's the thing, when they project onto you, they project expectations onto you. They project expectations in terms of, oh, I see, you're doing that. That means you could do that and you could help me with this and you're going to lead me through this. So there's a high expectation going on that can also be wrong for you, because you go like, no, that's not what I'm going to talk about. Yes. So for example, you like the cooking example, right? So because you're closed windows, people cannot really see. There are curtains. They just, oh, there's a person behind the windows, behind the curtains. But okay, I feel like she's cooking. And then, or no, let's say a different, you're a painter, you're painting. Okay, and they heard from you that you're a painter. But they cannot see what are you painting, yeah? And you're standing there with your canvas and you're painting the most beautiful art. And they come to you and say, oh, you're a painter, great, can you come and paint my house? And you go like, no, that's not what I do, I'm an artist. Line 3 is, have you ever experienced someone approaching you with an expectation and you go like, what? That's not me. Like, don't you see me? Hello? Because what you have to offer, here's the reason. What you have to offer are universal principles. So, yes, my mom, my daughter, yes, but not only your mom, your daughter, most likely you also have expectations on yourself. You yourself project something onto yourself, high expectations about perfectionism and whatever. But also, it is because what you have to offer are universal solutions. They work for a lot of people. So that when it comes to leadership and make an impact on many people, the line 5s are here to go broad, wide, and not deep. So that means that people come to you, so many expectations on myself that I'm learning to let go of daily. Yes, and then paired with your line 3, you have to move faster even before the expectation comes up. Caitlin, but Caitlin knows that already. So what happens is you have a topic and it's so broad and it's universal, and a lot of people will benefit from it because it's not personalized. It doesn't go so deep. It's kind of a good, like for example, it is a course on money mentality, money. Okay, it is a course on money, and you help people with their money mindset. But you would not go into different types of investments and in different ways how these people would kind of what they would do with money or what their money stories were in the past, and like really customizing and going deep with people into childhood trauma around money. Like it is more a money manifestation course. It's like it works, you get certain results, a lot of people have the same problem, and you can make a big impact like the masses. And that's okay. We need certain topics where we do not have to go deep. And talking about money will help people. And then there are other people who would take some of these people who are looking for more depth. And this is the line 4s or the line 6 who say, okay, let's go deep. So what you see is that when we now go one step higher, so the line 5s, you have to be, before we go a step higher into line 6, very practical advice. Be clear about what you want to teach and what you want to be seen as, because people will never see you as who you really are. That's how it is, because you have this projective energy. But what helps is that you talk about and really create your leadership role, and this goes into branding and your offers in a way that is so clear, like boundaries, clarity, standards, explanation. Your offers has to be super clear. And this is what we did in this. It was really grinding around the offers. Caitlin can tell a story about Align 5. You have to be so clear about what this offer is about. Like, this is a money course, this is a relationship course, this is a weight loss course, this is, for in my example, this is a offer creation course, this is a branding course, this is a selling course, this is a human design course. So clear that people do not expect anything else than that. Clarity is key. What about being a projector in Line 5? That has, it's just people, that is your strategy as a projector is you have to create invitations. And when people come to you and make you an invitation, but they invite you to something they project onto you, you go like, no, that's not an aligned invitation. That's exactly me. I really don't like going deep into detail. See, and that's okay. Not everyone needs to go deep. So that's, do you see how much bullshit is taught out there that doesn't work for you? I mean, with the desire to go deep, but keeping it universal topic. Who says that projector want to go deep? We see deep in the other person. So the reason why we go deep is because we see deeply. So you see what people need, but the way that you gonna gonna present it and how you guide them through doesn't have to be so deep, like into the details and nitty-gritty of it. You see? Yes. Okay. So the last one, and then we go into the coaching, and I'm so excited for it. The last one is line 6. So line 6 is really, when you see the house, you have the roof. What is left? The roof. So the line 6 is sitting on the rooftop. So I'm a 6'2", so I'm in the kitchen, but I'm also on the rooftop. So, but people see me more as in the kitchen down there and are interested. And I experience myself more on the rooftop, which means a role model. The role model as the line 6 is the authority, but also people see me as an authority. It's always both, right? How we bring, so it's not how they see me, it's how I'm meant to bring my wisdom into the world, is as a role model, as an external authority. So there's a difference between a leader and an authority. So you see it more as, who is the line 6 here? Let me just pull up my notes. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. So there is a phase in each line 6 life. Here it is. Video here. So the line 6 is on the rooftop. It's a yang energy. It's again projecting out. 4-6, 6-2. Yes, Wendy. So good. So what is happening when you're sitting on the rooftop? You have a good overview, right? But people down in the street, they cannot see you unless they look up, right? So what needs to happen is that we on the roof, sitting on the roof, we have to really shine light on us, putting the spotlight on, putting music on, like really amping it up. You see me? Do you see what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? So that you see me as the authority that can give you something you need in order to fulfill your purpose. And the way how I do it is I model it. Like the whole experience here in this 3 days of masterclass, this is how you see as me doing something that you need to do in your way. I don't say you do it my way, but energetically, I'm modeling you something that you need to fulfill your purpose. So the line 6, they go through 3 phases in their life, where it is first phase a lot similar to line 3's, a lot of trial and error, trial and doing it again to gather experience to then really become a role model. Because how do you become a role model if you don't have experience and wisdom, right? And it is really important that on the rooftop, you can see down the street. And so it's always, and for me as line 6 and an Aquarius and a projector, it's always about the next step, the next step, the next step, and looking ahead. And that was so frustrating. And it's sometimes it's not frustrating anymore. But what that means is that I can give and provide you with things so that you can make the next step, because I already see it. And sometimes my offers, my concepts, and what I'm talking about is too much ahead of time, of your time, and collectively timing. So for line 6, it is super important that you understand the older you get, the more wisdom you carry, the more you will see as an outer authority. And the trust and the trust and the truth will grow the more you live your life. And it really settles in from the age of 50 onward. Like then you are in your 3rd stage. So I'm now in my stage 2, where I'm still gathering a lot of experience in the field that I know I want to be a role model in. While the first phase is really not knowing, why am I here? Who am I? Like, what's going on? And doing a lot of experiences to find direction. And then it comes into place whether you have an open G or not, about knowing your identity or not. I have an open G and like, who am I? How and when I know who I am, how many are they? Like this is it is a lot to not only understand your profile, but also how does it interact with your centers. So it is really super important for the role model that you trust, that you hold a truth that is very objective. It's not universal and it's not for everyone. And so when you look at leaders who serve the masses with a more universal and practical, very hands-on practical approach that can be done by everyone or a lot of people, versus line 6s who offer something that is not for everyone, that is very customized, that is very not only niche down, but in its approach very deep. Then it's more about impacting less in a deeper way, in a very customized approach. So my offers are really, that's why I love human design, because it is so, it's not universal. It is a universal, it is, but when you look at it, how I teach it is very, very customized. I go down into the details versus just talking about law of attraction. That's kind of very broad, and that doesn't light me up. Oh my God, this is so true. I feel myself now at 55. I'm so happy to hear that, Claudia. So Before we go into the, that I'm gonna drop the link for the Zoom, just to wrap it up, you have to understand as a leader, not only how to impact, which is your profile, but also what are the offers so that your impact is supported, you make money, but also how your impact, like what is the tool, the offers that your impact will be felt by your people. And that's why the irresistible offer by design, I downloaded this morning. This is my spleen where I'm like, yes, this is what I want to teach. This is what they need. They invited me, you all invited me to create this. It was such a success inside of launch. So we're going to do this end of March. I will post it later, like in about an hour inside the group here, and message me if you're interested, but maybe if you cannot make it. So yeah, you can watch it later, but if you want live coaching, Mariko, stay in for another 5 minutes and you can hop on if you want to get coaching from me. Then the second thing is Codes of HD is really the course where you learn about human design in depth and really learn about your energetic alignment and how to grow your business through it, because just the strategy doesn't cut it anymore. And if you want to grow your business and your impact, human design is the tool for self-development and alignment and you growing. So we start next week. If you feel intrigued to learn more about this, message me as well. Okay, getting a haircut and color now. Okay, so have fun. I've loved this. Have a meeting now. I have to miss the Zoom, so sad, but we'll come back to watch later. Okay, perfect. So here is the link to the Zoom, and who wants to jump on, have a question. I know that, for example, Claudia wanted to be coached by me. So here is the Zoom. Claudia, if you want to hop on, anyone else who wants to hop on, click on this link now. You will enter my waiting room, and who comes first will hop on first. And then if you're still in the waiting room, you can go back to Facebook and watch me coaching. And then I will call you as next. And then you can come back onto Zoom. So let me just switch the, close this down. Okay, so I see some people on here. Okay, Claudia's here, so excited. Okay, so Claudia, there you go. And people in the comments, let me know. Hi, Claudia. Can you hear me? So people in the comments, can you tell me if you can see us? It's a little bit delayed. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. So excited. Yay. Now I can see someone. Not only you seeing me, so I can see someone. I'm so happy for that. Okay. So let me just check if they, oh, hold on. My light is just disappearing. I have to fix that. So, okay, so we got this, and let me see if you, yes, I can see you both. Okay, Diana, thank you. Hi, Sue. Okay. All righty. So what is your question? Bring it on.
Thank you. Oh, hold on. I got all emotional. My earpods flip off. I'm really intrigued about every time you mention how to create offers that are really aligned to my type, because I start to understand as a manifesto generator, I have ideas every day of something new that I can create. And I was on a trajectory of getting aligned clients and getting close to my target. And in some point, I started to create things, and I can see how I've diluted my impact. And so, yeah, I need to understand what would be the best container for me to create for my clients so that I can serve them most impactfully, and also how to use my energy better. I don't know if you want me to go more in detail about what I offer, what I
No,
created, but
no,
yeah,
I think that what you have worked for a certain time and a certain
right,
version of you. The more
that's
you
right.
evolve, the more you align, the more, especially as a six, no, you evolve, you always grow. You need to create something that evolves and grows with you. And
Mm-hmm.
that would be perfect. I mean, I go deep and would teach you and look at your offers and your business in this new offer that I just announced. So that would be a
Yeah.
great way to join. And then it must be some, for money gens in particular, an umbrella topic. And the umbrella topic is so that's so flexible that you as a money gen have different subtopics, which is
Under the umbrella.
in the umbrella. But it's not that one day you talk about fitness programs and then cooking classes. That would be too broad. And I don't think that your offers look that spread. No. And then it is more about also I would love to look at your chart and the centers, because you have an umbrella topic, and then underneath the umbrella are the kind of the centers from which you teach from. Yeah. Which is your strength, because this is then in alignment with your consistent energy. So in order to really scale your business consistently, we want to create offers from our energy centers that consistently bring energy. So I will always talk about confidence. I will always talk about clarity. I will never talk about emotions, because that's my open emotional center. I would drain. Like, I could not do this about emotional intelligence, or talk about grounding, rooting practices, or stress, or whatever it is, or self-care and self-love with my open G. I'm not good at that. I have to do my own work. Yeah, but I'm not here to teach that.
And it's the center that appears empty when you look at the chart.
So it's your G center is not colored. That means you're open.
Right.
Is it open?
Yeah.
So that means that you have also an open identity. So you will always be like me in our evolution as a line 6, take on different versions of ourselves. And it is important who you are with. So when you're now with me, even though I have it open too, but I embody a certain confidence, certainty, and unapologeticness that you need in this phase of your life, so that you become a more, and I get chilled, you become a more certain, confident version to fully step into your version of who you are. Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope that answered your question.
Thank you.
Yes, and I would love, if you're interested in the new in the Offer by Design course, then you can read about it later, but also message me.
I will message you.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. And I see you later in the group and tomorrow live. Yes.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so you hop off and I will take Mariko. That is fun. I love that so much. Who else love it? What helped me was to create from defined employees. And
You're here. And I saw Janice. I know. I need to call
there is background info. Okay. Mariko?
Hi.
Hi. So good. I cannot see you, but I can hear you. You want to turn your camera on?
Well, you're going to laugh. I literally have my head. So this is my scene right now. Hi.
This is what I love. This is commitment. I love it.
Being here.
I love it. You're my
stylist.
Hi. I love it. Hi. That's my girl. I love it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, can I ask a question? But I'm also like in it right now. So I can turn off the camera. Can I ask a question, or are we starting yet?
Sure.
Okay, I'll turn off my camera because I feel kind of weird.
Yeah.
So my question is, I'm a 4/6 splenic projector, super intuitive. That's what I do. And I'm wondering, I have a course that I'm in the middle of right now that I just launched, and I'm in the middle of it as a test group because I always have to do things. I have to do something first once, and people are freaking out. It's a really great thing.
Hold on.
4,000.
Stop. Let me just
Yeah.
catch
Sorry.
up a little. So you are doing a course
I'm
and
teaching a live course right now that I love.
okay.
And when I launch it, it will be 4,444.
Hold on.
Mhm.
This is where I already got the BS. Because why do you think you have to do a beta or a test course?
It's the last time I'll do it. I used to think it, I did it. And now that I'm in it, I'm like, oh, I don't need to do this anymore.
You
So I thought
never
I did, and I
yes,
don't.
this is also
And so-
this is also another thing that I see in the industry saying, oh, because you teach it for the first time, you can charge that much, or you have to do a beta course. That's bullshit. Do you have an open heart? Do you have an open heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You do not own it from the beginning. So that's why you're here, and that's why we have to stop that.
That's why we're chatting. So my question is this. I love this course. I'm freaking in love with it. It's amazing. My question is, do I have to really do the thing where I do the masterclass that leads into the cheaper course, that leads into the bigger course? Or can I just do the masterclass that leads into what I love?
Do you see me doing it?
I don't know what you're doing. I just found you like a day ago. So I don't even know.
So good. I love it. Yeah. So what I do here is the master class, and I offer the Codes of HD as a big program, and I offer the Offer by Design as a mid-sized program. So I do not do the whole funneling up thing. You can do whatever you want as long as your energy is behind it.
It's not resonating with me. I'm like, the idea of having to do the cheaper class, like I'd rather do that as my master class for free and then put people in what I really want. But I keep hearing what you should, and I'm in coach and cash is next. And I'm like, I'm excited to learn, but now that I discovered human design like a week ago, I'm like, ooh.
Okay, so that's so good. So I did coach too. Okay, so I know what she's teaching and how she's teaching, and that and she's a 3/5. So she teaches universal things that go for the masses, but you are one of those clients who find me through that group because they go, I want to go deeper. What does it mean for my energy and for my business? So
exactly,
that would be great. So what I do in the Offer by Design course is that we create exactly your customers, your client experience, and you will see what you really want to do and what your energy is behind it. So if you want to jump into that, you're highly welcome. And it's all about your energy that sells. It is your energy. And when you are pumped up by an offer that is free, then people jump into it. If you're pumped up by an offer that costs $2,000, people will jump into that when you are sold on yourself.
Oh, that makes sense. You just totally answer. I don't want to do the cheap course because it doesn't light my soul on fire. I'm like, I did this for free, you guys, but I don't want to do the whole funnel to do the step to the next step. It just, that kind of paradigm drives me nuts right now.
Exactly. And there's weights of energy, especially when you're a projector. That's and we are so focused and clear, and be okay if you do not see the results that you expect because other people have it.
I don't think I got that, what you just said.
So people teach you that you do this funnel thing to get more people in your higher price offer.
Right.
That's not true. It's just what works for them. And when when they are a line 5, so they are meant to serve more people in a broader offer and have hundreds in it. That doesn't mean that is it meant for you in your way. So you're 2/4, right?
I'm 4/6.
A 4/6. So you have the 4. You heard me talking what the 4s are. You're meant to go deep with less people.
Yes.
So don't have the expectation to have 100 people sign up and then be disappointed if it's just 10.
I've been seeing 10. That's my thought is 10. That's what I'm seeing into.
That's why I rather would do the work with you around pricing higher so that you have what you desire more as a higher price offer than going into the masses.
Okay, I love it. That is such a good answer for me. That clarifies a ton. So I'll find the link from you and see what that's it, where I'm at.
Yes, I'm
thank
so
you. I don't know
happy.
if other people are on the call right now, so I don't want to take up
I
time.
love it. I thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that we met. So
Thank you.
so
Me
amazing.
too.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Enjoy your rest of your day and the
Thank
hair.
you. You too.
Bye. Okay, so the next is Mareike. Do you love that here in the comments? 15 as it one. I love how you always call out what you hear right away. So many times on our calls, you would bring up a whole deeper topic to my question. Yes, I love doing that. Okay, so Mareike, can you hear me? I cannot hear you. Is your audio on? I think you don't have the audio connected. So make sure that your audio is on. So while you're figuring that out, I would rather have another person join and you come back later. Is that okay? Okay, so let me get Caitlin in. And let's see. Caitlin. Hold on, I cannot see.
Hi, can you hear me?
Let's see. Yes, now I can.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
I just have a question. I'm loving this course, by the way. Thank you.
Yes.
So thinking about the fifth line.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you. Hold on,
Hold on.
hear double. Can you?
I hear it. Hold on one second. Let me.
I'm loving this course, by the way.
Is it on your phone or in
on
the
my-
computer? Okay.
I apologize. It's
No
better
problem.
now.
Okay.
No,
Now
find
we're
where it
good.
went. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm just thinking about this whole fifth line, which it's so funny that I did this whole like long course on human design, but this is blowing my mind today about my fifth line profile and like the universal topics. And I'm just trying to think about how to human design to me feels more in detail, specific, in depth. And so is that something then that maybe for a while I remove while I work on other, I mean, I'm always thinking of other topics and things that are more like broad, like I posted about one yesterday. Or is there a way to maybe, do I just stick to the more simple pieces of human design as far as my content creation goes so that I can reach more people?
So,
If that makes sense.
so I totally understand your experience with how human design is taught out there. It's just teaching the science of it. It's not the practical and the applicable to your life or your business. So I totally get it. So thank you for reflecting that back to me, to calling me out here in my line too about this. How about you? So what you can do is you use it in your messaging more broader, yeah. Mm-hmm. And link it to broader topics. What I love, for example, is this parenting through human design that you did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is a broader topic. What would be this is totally aligned with line 5. So many parents see themselves as parents and they say, oh, maybe I can be more conscious, more intentional. You can even say intentional parenting versus conscious, because conscious is like, oh, and intentional is like, yes, I want to be more present. I want to be more calm. I want to feel more grounded and more present with my children. I don't want to react. I want to respond. So by the way, people, what I'm doing here, I have an open throat. So I tell her, I just channel and just tell her what she needs to hear. And so this is a broad topic. What a deep dive topic for line 6 or 4 would be parenting for or a human design for parents who have an autistic child, right? Or a parents who are divorced and do co-parenting. Like, you know, the more complexity, I would say the higher the complexity, the less broad it is, but more depth. Make sense?
Got it. Okay. I think I was overthinking it as well. Yeah,
I mean,
that makes perfect sense.
the open head is always there. And that's why my defined head gives you easy, no fluff, straight to the point solutions. I love it. I love that. I love it. So good. And then when you have a course, you can go deep in your projector energy, because you can then, the parents who are in the course, you can serve them in their way, because you see them so deeply what they need as the projector goes in them. Yes, you absorb their energy, you see what they cannot see, and you can help them, but you don't overwhelm them, or you serve more the broader spectrum when you keep it with parenting.
Okay.
And
so then, as far as, oh, sorry, go ahead.
And not going into the gates or whatever, like keeping it simple from the human design side.
Okay. I was just going to ask about sizing of courses. Then I think somebody during the live had asked about, maybe that was the different, just thinking about keeping it like if I'm trying to reach more universal topics.
No, we don't think about trying to reach someone. Just think about your messaging, and then the right people will come in. Because a projector, you're right, a projector line 5 attracts differently than a manifesting generator line 5. Yeah. So when you see yourself, and then we attract different, because we absorb people. People need to be open for that, what we have to offer, no matter how broad or wide it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So focus on, very clear and simple, focus on parenting with human design. Keep it on a very digestible level first. And then you go through your line 3. Can you hear me? You go through your line 3, you make the experience, and then you adapt it and see what is working, what not. And then you come back into this group and ask your questions and share.
Thank you.
So good. Okay, last one. Thank you so much, Caitlin. Last one is Lena for today, and then we close it off and we do it tomorrow again. Do you love it? Here in the comments. I have fun. I have so much fun. Yeah. Lena.
Hey.
You love it?
Yeah. Good to talk to you.
I have fun. Oh, you have to mute the other Facebook, please. Otherwise, you have the background noise.
Good to talk to you.
I have fun. Oh, you have to mute the other Facebook, please.
Yeah, I've muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect. Okay, your question.
So my question is really, I really struggle with offers and also with any posts, because I've already established that I don't go in detail. So it's very broad, and I think it's either not appealing enough, or I lose people along the way. And as a result, I've had series of a lot of failed advertisements, which I've now paused, but I can't get that conversion. I get lots of leads, but then it always breaks out. So any suggestions as to what I can do?
First, I'm very honest, join the offer by design. Because what I notice is, at some point we have to look at it and look at, what do you really want to offer? Because what I notice is that when we create something for them, for certain ideal clients, for a certain market or whatever, or for certain leads, and think about how I can convert leads, it's not teaching from us, from our magnetism. It is forward pushing energy and not leaned back, feminine, attractive energy. So what I do is I'm very selfish. I make it about me, what excites me, but I also respond to what you need, right? So it's both, but I would not curate it to convert you. So what you have to do is what we would look in Offer by Design is, what are your strengths? What do you really want to talk about and teach? What lights you up? And then there is this transition phase where the unaligned people will fall away. So what is really a mindset shift here? Perspective shift, not mindset, is you have to be aligned with your offers, fully sold on your offers. And then the people are either aligned with it or not. It's never your offer aligned with the people. That's the difference. So what you what your gap is that your offers are either not fully aligned with you, or you cannot hold the energy of your alignment and try to convert and convince and explain and make the sale and to manipulate them. So your leads are not in their power. You have to stay in your power and trust yourself so that they are in their power and say yes to you. But if you try to convert leads, you're in masculine energy and manipulate and want people to do something, and they are in their feminine energy. But in order to take action, you have to leave them in their masculine energy, and you have to be in a lean back feminine energy. That's a lean back confidence. So
that makes sense.
So first we have to look at your offers. Yes, your offers, and really get honest and clear also about, if you are not clear about your offers, your messaging, and the customer journey, like the whole offer collection and the clarity which offer covers which clear topic, your people are confused, and unclear, confused people won't buy.
Right. I mean, I'm selling products rather than services. So it's not like, and I'm an affiliate for a company. So I don't have many options. There are many products which are targeted to specific audience.
Okay. So when it comes to it's network marketing, right?
Right. Yeah.
So they don't buy because you put the product in the center and not make it about you. So the reason why they buy from you is because of you, not because of the product. So for you, it would be then more to look at how you sell. If you cannot, you have no impact about the product, right?
Right.
So it is more about selling for you. It's not about offer creation.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can combine against different products depending who I'm selling to. I work mostly with holistic doctors and naturopaths. So
Okay.
it's still touching on their pain points, really, and understanding their needs and suggesting certain products for their practice.
What is your profile again?
3-5.
3-5. Yeah. So how you're meant to bring these products into your people and why they will buy is because of your experience as a line 3. So you sharing from your experience and really embodying the transformation that they will get through these products will then convert them. Do you understand what I mean?
I do.
Really?
I understand what you mean, but the thing is, I can't embody it because I'm not an actual practitioner, so I don't know.
So then I ask you, why do you believe in the product?
Because it's changing lives. I sell it. I've got private clients, and I do work a lot with holistic practitioners and doctors who are just blown away by the results they're getting with their clients. And
so what is your experience with the product?
I use all of them. Well, I use a lot of the product. It's also all to do with frequencies. So it changes your vibrations. It's,
so you have here, this is what I want to hear. Your story, how it changed your life. So when you then talk about experts and you see yourself less than the expert, what I see right now. There we go. There we go. This is why they don't buy from you, because you give your power to those experts and you make it about the product and the experts, and they say it, and I've worked with them. But people will buy from you because your certainty and your embodiment of how this product changed your life and your experience with it. And you are an expert. You have to see yourself as the expert in that field as well, because you're so convinced about this product because it works, and you have to share your story and your transformation through it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. And so what we would need to work on is really you positioning yourself and you seeing yourself. And so many women can resonate with it, like seeing yourself as the expert, as the person who has the credentials, even though you're not a doctor, even though you're not a licensed naturopath. Your life gives you the credentials, especially as a line 3. So in your messaging, in your selling, I would rather see you using the product, you telling people how to use the product and how it changed your life and how the benefits are in your own life, and not reciting the results that a naturopath or a doctor claims for them. This is the disconnect.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Okay, you're so welcome. And the next thing would be, when it's about frequency, if you knew the human design from your leads and you give them a different perspective on themselves, and not teaching them about human design, but if you know them and you know their open centers and they know where they carry low frequencies and how your product can exactly address those centers, you are way ahead. Oh, I see you smiling. So the codes of HD.
Right. I can barely get the emails. I don't think they're going to be sharing the birth date and time with me.
You see. So now your next step would be to feel into, you want to dive deeper into human design, and the codes of HD would be the program where you can learn that from me, but also learning how to look at your leads charts and see how your product can help them and use it in your selling. So you will not teach them human design, but you will use human design to promote your product and make a totally new experience for them.
But how would you know that without them giving you their birth date?
I mean, you can ask them for their birth date.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and you can tell them about human design. You can say, this is a totally new perspective to look at it. Would you be open to share this with me? And people who are into frequencies and energy, they are always keen to learn more about themselves. And you can say that's something like astrology that goes deeper. But this is exactly what I would teach you in the codes of HD.
Yeah. No, I definitely see the partnership between what I'm doing and human design, definitely.
Yeah. So if you want to get more information about the codes of HD, message me and I can send them to you.
I will do. Thank you so much. Thanks for that.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, that was so fun. I see you tomorrow, okay? Okay, girls. That was fun. Make it a specialized experience. Yes, that's genius. Isn't that cool? So you saw me live coaching. This is my zone of genius. This is what I love to do most. And this is what you will experience and see in the codes of HD. That's why I created this masterclass. This is what I wanted to do yesterday, and then Facebook kind of messed it up. But no matter what, I'm so happy that we got to it today, and we'll do it again tomorrow. And tomorrow, we're going to talk about authorities and the right decision-making process so that you know always which right next step to take in your business so that your business grows and grows and grows the more you align and grow and grow. So I'm super excited to see you tomorrow, and please message me. So you have to be in your power. You come to me if you want information about the Offer by Design course and the codes of HD. Okay, the codes of HD starts next week. The doors open Saturday. There are 4 spots only left. And it is this high touch that you just experienced me doing. So I just take 10 people because we go deep, right? You just learned about this. And then the offer by design starts end of May, and it's on early bird right now. All the information you will get when you message me. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching today and joining me. Don't forget the giveaway. Oh my God, we have a giveaway. Actually, we have a giveaway. We have a winner of the giveaway. I forgot to tell you about it. Okay, so screenshot this today to enter the draw for the giveaway tomorrow, which is a breakthrough reading with me, and to enter the big draw for the strategy call with me. Okay, share that. And the winner of today's giveaway of the breakthrough reading is Caitlin. I totally forgot it. So congratulations, Caitlin. You won today's breakthrough reading. Please send me a message on Instagram. I'm celebrating you. And if you want to enter the draw, please take a screenshot of this, share it on Instagram, share it on Facebook, or you can take the little graphic in the email. I'm in for the action by human design in action. Okay. And then we will pick the winner for the big draw on Friday. Yes, well done. Thank you so much, everyone who is watching. Also, if you're watching the replay, let me know your biggest outtakes in the post, in the comments, and I will gonna see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.